Howdy folks, it is Lanso90 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Updated the game to the latest experimental build here again. You can see the build number here. It changes every day, so it won't be relevant for forever, but you can see they have like a new little ASCII graphic on the front here, which is kind of interesting. Let's start making our next character. Alright, as for mods, as usual, no freeze is pretty important, unless they've fixed it. It's always possible that they fixed it, but we don't really want to go in without it. And then stats through skills, and speedy dex, we're also going to go with. Default settings there is fine. Longmeadow sounds like a fine location name, so we'll stick with it. So this time, for this Cataclysm story, I think we're going to play a doctor. I don't know if we should go with single pull or freeform. We should probably do freeform because I bet doctor's a pretty powerful class, and they'll throw off everything else. Does any specific scenario going to help us here? You know what? It's a little risky, but we'll give it a shot. We'll start infected. We're a doctor who's infected with the virus. He was trying to help people, and in the process he got infected. Something that's kind of relevant to today. So let's see if we can find a doctor here. They're unfortunately not in alphabetical order. They're in effectiveness sorting here. There's an EMT. You start with an ambulance? That's kind of crazy. I don't necessarily need to be an EMT, but oh, there we go. Paramedic. This is probably a little bit closer. I guess they're sort of basically related here, huh? First aid 5, driving mechanics. Seems good. What all do we get? Stethoscope, messenger bag, work pants, medical gloves. Seems good. All right. Good doctor, probably has pretty good eyes. He's probably very intelligent. Probably say like that. Hold on. Music is a little too loud. The audio mix was a little bit harder to get working today. All right, so what would our doctor have for traits? I'd say it probably makes sense for him to have weak scent, because he'd probably be staying very clean. Probably have a strong stomach. A strict humanitarian. You never eat people, but these things that look vaguely human from elsewhere are definitely not people. Kind of strange, but I think it makes sense. Self-aware would make a lot of sense for the doctor, because this lets you see your exact HP. Even though I kind of like the vague HP a little bit more, because I know what it means a little bit better. We're probably quick. Let's see. Less sleep, probably. You probably have a good memory. Or probably a fast learner. That seems to make sense to me as a doctor character. Now, as for our negatives, that will be a little bit trickier, because these are just a little bit more, I don't know, they're not necessarily tied to what your job is, you know? So we just kind of have to make some decisions. Pain going up by like 25%. You can take such intense damage sometimes. I think that'd be really pretty bad. Definitely be a truth teller if you're a doctor, right? Little allergy? Sure, why not? Heavy sleeper. Again, it's hard to like pick these objectively. And then sure, give me albino. We haven't done that in a while. It's a little difficult to deal with. That's okay. Alright, skills. We have driving, first aid, and mechanics. I would say this doctor probably has some basic tailoring skills. You know, because know how to sew people up. Probably decent at speaking. So you probably are a little bit better with cutting weapons. And probably piercing weapons as well, because we know where to hit people. That'd be my excuse there. Also probably know some basic cooking, chemistry. Even maybe a little bit of electronics just from our degree, you know? We had to go through all the basic courses. So I say that probably makes sense for our doctor here. And let's see, how do we use this new list? How do we toggle the gender? Name, height, and age. Tab to finish. Return to enter a pop-up input. Was our blood type B positive last time? Oh. What with randomized description? Bessie Castle. Keisha, is she kidding? Sure. And starting location, I definitely want to set manually. Alright, a doctor in the apocalypse here. See, like maybe the school, but that would be so difficult. We were out golfing when the apocalypse happened. In real life, or is that in my headphones? I don't know. I heard a big old siren, so you guys can tell me if that was real life or headphones, or if that was Siren Head. Alright, we have a starting NPC here. Are we bald? Slightly strange. Let's talk to Laraway. Well, I guess it's just us. What should we do now? Start burning this place up. Okay. We obviously know... This character knows about the zombie thing going on, because they're a doctor. Any tips? They say go solar, save the environment, and yourself. Well, there's no environment to save now, but you can still save thyself, I guess. Can I do anything for you? I have another job for you. Want to hear about it? Tell me about it. Is our old flag still wave or battered, but not yet out of the fight? We need our old colors. Okay. I mean, one of those big old American flags. We share some equipment. Because I'm helping you. She has nothing to give us. Didn't really help. Well, back soon. So we're starting infected here. Our left leg. We have an infected wound. So what if we activate the first aid kit? I have nothing to tape up, so I have to find antibiotic, I think. I don't want to accidentally activate this because it might... Okay. I say it might drink it. Did not seem to that time. Looks like we are safe here, though, at least. Golf tees aren't really going to help us. Golf shoes. Let's see, they have 555 protection. 12 encumbrance. What are we wearing right now? Oh, we have boots. Boots are pretty good in this game, so not too worried about that. Golf bags might be extremely good now, especially with like the weird pocket capacity now. Because yeah, now this one has a freaking pocket with 40-liter capacity, and it has a 59-inch length to it. That seems really, really good. Oh my god, it's incredibly encumbering though. It doesn't matter if it's full or not though, which is interesting. 30 encumbrance though. Yeah, I get used to this new interface here. Alright, messenger bag. You're nice and light, but we're gonna take the big golf bag with us. And encumbrance is gonna be gnarly. Golf cap. They changed the encumbrance scores again. I feel like they've changed the encumbrance scores. It's very ineffective, but I don't think we're wearing anything on our head right now. Yeah, go ahead and wear that golf cap, bud. And by bud, I mean me lady. Alright, now how about the golfing gloves compared to... medical gloves. Medical gloves should definitely be better. Yeah. So we've got to find antibiotics. We've got to get to the doctor's office. It was probably our doctor's office before we left. There's a pharmacy. There's a doctor's office. Okay, so if we head north along the roads, we can approach the town from the top. This character is going to be a little bit more like playing it standard style, because they know what's going on. So it is sunny outside, though, when we're already in 30 pain. That might be from our infected wound, actually. I was gonna say, I was wondering if that was from our light sensitivity, or if that was the infected wound. For now, this stuff can all stay here. At least a lot of it can. Carefully keep the scissors and the cell phone. I guess we'll hold on to the drugs because they're light. Let's see, we need to... Oh, we should grab a rock first. It's some sort of weapon. Again, our character knows that it's dangerous in town. Okay. So we are going to have to use this umbrella. Trying to play things a little bit more interesting, but it's quite possible this is going to be very, very annoying. To have to deal with switching between our umbrella and something else all the time, but we'll just try to get used to it. Alright, we can make a cudgel. Has an 81 attack speed, 10 bash damage, plus 2 to hit. Doesn't do as much damage. And can we make the... Looks like we cannot build the makeshift crowbar, except I think that's somewhere else now, isn't it? There it is. It looks like it's not a great weapon anymore. Damage per second, 3. Compared to 3.77. Yeah, they kind of nerfed. I think they did that a long time ago. have to swap that in and out constantly. Stout branch, you can be left behind because we have the cudgel. Okay, we could go upstairs in this building. I think we do want to kind of prioritize getting our antibiotics, though. It is possible we could just run into it here. We might want to go into town at night. I don't know if we can last that long, though. Let's check out the upstairs. It's worth checking. Peanut butter candy, peppermint patties, spice mead, and Canadian whiskey. Nothing particularly useful up here. The light's really entertaining our eyes. There's a fox. Don't have a whole lot we can do. I guess the telescoping umbrella's already expanded. Bottle jack will be important eventually. Oh, there we go. Stylish sunglasses. Ah, there's a bug in here. There we go. That'll help us out. Okay. Alright, the big question. This is just a farm. I'm thinking of maybe hitting up this LMOE shelter first. This is all in our known area, so I'd say for roleplay purposes, our character would know that, hey, there's some sort of doomsday prepper that lives up here. Maybe they have antibiotics for us. What is that? A flaking rock. That's new. What are you? Rock the size of a baseball, which tips in semi-predictable ways if struck, leaving a sharp edge. Makes decent melee weapons, also good for throwing at enemies. I guess you could break it into sharp rocks? Maybe that's replaced sharp rocks? Alright. LMOE shelter. Or as I like to call them, the low-mow shelters. What is this? A large rock. Interesting. So they would probably yell first here. Let's see. Yell at the door. Asking someone to open the door. Doesn't seem like anyone's coming, so I guess I go take a look here. Do we have a flashlight? No, but we do have a cell phone. Oh, it has 0 charges. There could be enemies down here, so let's switch to the cudgel. Books. Definitely useful, but not immediately pressing for us right now. Oh, survivor's note. Might be tell us where these survivors went. I've never been very confident. Is that why my shots keep missing? Strange. Ooh, steel-toed boots. Now we gotta decide, is our character ready to steal things yet? Probably not quite yet. Unless they run into the exact thing they need. Wires and sandpaper. Bunch of food. Wood axes. Just have very high damage. Still appears to be no one in here. Plastic canteen, flashlights, folding knife. Survivor's map will be useful for us. Ooh, pills. She's gonna start grabbing things now. It seems like no one's here. She really needs all the help she can get. Oh, we have to read this outside. Sorry, I had to sneeze. More sunglasses, but we're already good right now. See, these light glows do fit, and I think it is fairly cold out, so we'll put that on. Do we have the wool allergy? We do. Alright, no medicine that we're looking for, but now we know that no one's here. So, she would start thinking about taking stuff. Chainsaw, chaps, outer layer of the layings. Those seem like they could be useful. And then drop our boots. Slap on the steel-toed boots. Spray can scythe. How good are you, scythe? Not terrific. Duct tape's always useful. Pliers are always useful. X-Acto knife's gonna be good if we have to do any surgery. Hammer, screwdriver. Books will be helpful in the long run, but right now it's not really our priority. Then we got some axes. It's gonna be slow to use, but oh man, it fits in our bag, which is freaking amazing. How big is a wood axe in length? Since that's a thing now. That's not right. It's not 5 inches long. And maybe they meant that to be 5 feet. Even that doesn't seem quite right. Oh, Amigo Scout Tower, Christ. Alright, well, she knows where another LMOE shelter is. That first one was fairly useful for her. Oh, let's wield our umbrella here. First one was maybe useful, so maybe the survivors of the first one went over to this one. Who knows, maybe they need the help of a doctor. Either way, we've got to find some antibiotics. Ideally without going into town, but we might not get a choice in the matter. We're not exactly a very strong character this time around. We don't have a gun to back us up like the first time. What is this? Oh, it's a limousine. It's worth checking out. Couple batteries never hurt anyone. Mineral water. Pretty healthy. Grab sandwiches too. It seems like this thing is abandoned, so we're not too worried about taking the stuff out of it. Our strength is actually even lower than it should be because we're infected. So we'd have a very hard time in a fight right now. Which is why I'm not really sure how we're gonna get the antibiotics actually, because we can't fight anything we run into. Alright, but she does know the other shelter's over this way. Hopefully she can find someone who could help her there. Someone who actually can fight the zombies. If they have to. If only she can find the entrance. There it is. But we're all out of time for this episode, so we'll have to check out this building in the next one. If you enjoyed the video, remember to hit the like button. Keep the conversation going in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.